I do or did collect vinyl records for a long time. I would say I have 50, maybe 70 of them, but I have essentially stopped buying new vinyl except for very rare cases just because they are way too big. I don't like the size of them. It just takes too much space to store them, and they are way too heavy. So I have gone towards CDs because the case is so much smaller. But I wanted to share a handful of my favorite vinyls, records that are special to me, and we'll just dive into it. Number one is, in my opinion, the best Radiohead album, Kid A. The opening of this is such a bummer. Can you tell that I like things that are depressing? I think this is the best of Radiohead. Just don't have it on repeat for multiple days, otherwise your neighbors will start knocking and saying, "Are you alive? Kid A has been on repeat for 2 days, and either you have ended it all, or you are just very bummed out and we want to check on you." Nope, that did not happen to me. So, Kid A, Radiohead, one of my favorite vinyls and just one of my favorite records, albums of all time. Next, we have some, I believe, Washington-based pop punk, alternative rock. I have no idea what you would classify them as. Gatsby's American Dream, Ribbons, and Sugar. When I first heard this in 2003 or 2004, I did not get it. I thought, this doesn't sound like anything I've heard before. I just want to hear more Blink-182. And then this just clicked. It is one of the most unique punk sounds out there. I don't know how to classify it. They have songs that are based on Animal Farm. They have songs that are just very sweet and very... I don't know how to describe it. It is just a fantastic mix of musicianship. Listen to Ribbons and Sugar by Gatsby's American Dream and try to classify it. Rock? Alternative? Who knows? Number 3 is going to get me crucified. It is my favorite Descendants album. I think the best Descendants album, Everything Sucks. The reason why that will get me crucified is it is not I Don't Want to Grow Up, or Milo Goes to College, which people think are the best. Maybe it's just this is the one that really exposed me to Descendants, but I think they really hit their stride here with their songwriting. The poppier songs just have great melodies. They are well performed. They are well sung. They are well produced. They just were firing on all cylinders. Just. Can I say just anymore? This is my all-time favorite Descendants album and maybe my favorite pop punk album of all time. It's got to be up there with, why can't I think of it? Enema of the State. That's a perfect album as well. I don't think I could decide. I'd put Descendants above Blink. Next, we have an album which I haven't actually listened to on vinyl, but it is from my second favorite movie of all time. It is the score by Jonny Greenwood of Radiohead for There Will Be Blood. I think this score is one of the best scores out there because I found the music to kind of function in parallel with the story where Daniel Plainview slowly loses his mind and becomes more greedy. The music becomes more atonal, more unsettling. And I am sure that this occurs in other movies as well. But this one was just so effective. It just stood out to me so much that when I saw this was available on vinyl, I had to buy it. But I haven't actually listened to it on vinyl, so there you go. Probably one of my favorite scores of all time. If you like atonal stuff, 20th century music, it is fantastic. The last one is Muse Simulation Theory. I seem to have a thing where I will pre-order Muse vinyl. I didn't do that with their latest album, but I did it with Uprising. Is that what it's called? I don't think that's what it's called. Why can't I remember the name of it? Whatever that album was, I did it with Simulation Theory. I don't think I did it with Drones, but Simulation Theory is a special one. I think this is one of Muse's better albums. Their early stuff is great because it is more angsty. It is darker. It is more emo, if you will. But I also love that they brought in more synthwave elements here, and it is just an incredibly fun listen. And it has the CD, it has the vinyl, and I did also pick up the Muse Origins, but I don't think that has vinyl. That is just CDs, and it has all their original recordings. I really think Muse is one of the best bands working today amongst Descendants. Gatsby's is doing some stuff again. I don't think they're recording, but they did some shows. And then Radiohead, come on, get out of town. Does it get any better than that? I don't think so. So those are 5 of my favorite vinyls or records or albums or scores. I just don't listen to them too much because I don't have a great turntable. It's the low-priced Audio-Technica, and I have heard that can damage your records, so I haven't used it too much. Once I actually buy a place, move in, and settle down for good, I will invest in a proper turntable, and then perhaps I will get back into vinyl a bit more, knowing that I won't have to move it one day. But for the time being, my vinyl collecting days are at a standstill.